Hey guys, welcome to the extended. Here it is. All right, let's jump into it. So I've had a few days now to kind of think things over and really kind of let the energy sit. It's been almost a week since we've had the eclipse and all of that jazz. So with Leo season officially starting now, I think it's a good time to do the extended for this. So first things first, we're looking at the Hierophant, right? So like we're saying, Taurus and Uranus, which is going to go retrograde. This is also talking about, family values and things that need to be left behind so we can get to the Empress energy, right? What do we need to leave behind in terms of structure and beliefs and things like that to be able to find self-worth and joy? So that's kind of what this is talking about. And then obviously we need to rest up because we have a new moon coming and a full moon as well. So 2 new moons, a lot going on. All right, so let's get into it. So let's start with the Hierophant. What do we need to know? King of Pentacles. So if you are dealing with a Taurus, it's about money. It's about stability. Right? Just pop that up so you guys can see it really quick. King of Pentacles. Okay. It's about stability. It's about success. It's about money. If you've been nervous about that in Cancer season, Leo season has your back. Just let it go. Let the fears go. What else? Like I said, let it go. The sun. Perfect. Don't mind my little doodles over here. If you happen to come up, those are just from my book and my inspiration that I hang on to. This one's a little smiley face doodle and some like geometric patterns. Okay. So really good. So that's good. So like I said, Leo season bringing in success and joy, right? But now, what do we need to leave behind? Are we leaving behind the fear of that, or are we leaving behind something completely different? Either way, early in the month, in the season, we're leaving something behind to get to that Empress energy. And what is it? The Hermit in reverse. If you're dealing with a Virgo, they've also been kind of going through some stuff as well and leaving that behind. Also, this is kind of saying, though, if you've been self-reflecting about things that you don't quite know about, and you're like, oh, I don't know, and I've been thinking about this whole situation for a long time, whatever this is, for you guys, the answer is in front of you. Don't overthink it. That's what the Hermit also is in reverse. If you overthink it, you risk pushing not only yourself away from this Empress energy, but pushing other people away that really want to embody you and want to see you in the Empress energy. So let's talk about it. So the Empress. All right, let's see what we got. Bottom of the deck, though, let's talk about that real quick. 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, popped with the Empress. Like, I don't even think I need to say more. Really. Like, this is the self-worth extravaganza right here. And that's also what Leo season is about. It's about finding that self-worth. What is, like we were saying, what's going to give us joy, right? This whole Empress energy nonsense, that's what's going to give us joy. Bottom of the deck, continued justice. Right? Getting justice for things that have hurt us by letting things go. Alright, we're not going to pull it, but I just thought it was really interesting. But let's see what pops out. Because we know darn well every time we do this, things end up coming out. Alright. Sorry guys, just had a quick message I had to check. 2 of Pentacles. Interesting. Why? Why are you debating about against leaving in this Empress energy? No, we don't need to be debating. Is it because we don't know things seem new? Maybe. I'll tell you this much. We don't need to be thinking about leaving things behind, right? It's for the better. What else is the Two of Pentacles trying to tell us? Let's clarify it. That's interesting. Aha. The duality continues. The Lovers. If you're dealing with a Gemini and they're thinking about, leaving stuff behind to get to this spot, or if you're dealing with a Gemini in the sense of like, you don't know if you should leave them behind so you can move forward. The option here, I would say, is if this isn't a Gemini, this is about a relationship and you're tossing back and forth between trying to fix things or focusing on yourself. The answer for right now is you need to focus on yourself. 100%. You can still be there for your significant other, but you need to focus on you right now. All right. Four of Swords, I don't think we need to really clarify that. The idea here is just you need to get some rest before the moons hit. So let's move on to the moon. The second new moon, it's a black moon. It's fairly intense coming up. I'm thinking the 29th of July in Leo, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said, it's going to be a little intense. Queen of Swords. People might be a little harsh around this time, especially if they're at work. If it's a work situation. If it's not a work situation, this card, you see this card are like trying to escape, but they're not. Then if you're dealing with an air sign, they might just be harsh with you right now. Oh, okay. Not that there, or if you're dealing with the water sign. That was the other thing I was going to say, specifically a Cancer. Alright. A lot of cards came flying out. So, this moon wants to tell us something. What do we need to plant seeds about? Wow, there is a lot of major arcana here. And if it's going to kind of play out with the rest of it a little bit. So let's look at the first three cards, all major arcana. So we have Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, and the Magician. So things to be revealed, right? And whatever it is faded. And if the Sagittarius that is making you feel stuck, or you're feeling stuck about them, if they're saying one thing and saying another, I'm telling you guys, they're gonna get called out, and then the wheel turns again, right? We talked about this last month, that with the eclipse coming, things were changing. Things were going to be moving around. At work, feeling stuck. This is like the whole clarification for this whole row, basically, including this in Ten of Swords. Because I feel this all with the Sagittarius, but we'll clarify a little bit more for sure. But once this situation is left behind, right, we walk away from it, Knight of Pentacles, and walk into King of Swords. We walk with a new purpose, new logic, new strength, new courage, and a newfound love and emotion. And coming out of Cancer season, the rebirth is here, right? And if you're new with the Scorpio, they're in their feels a little bit and they want to talk about it. Very interesting plays here. Like I said, a lot of cards just came popping on out. Let's clarify the Magician and Judgment, because Wheel of Fortune, I feel like, what's going to be revealed? That's what I want to know. Right? What's being revealed? Are we revealing something to someone? Or are we going to be revealed to us? What's the dealio? Let's see. whatever the situation is, it looks good. And if it's with an Aquarius or a Cancer, it looks really good. So that's good. So there's some good news coming here. All right, so that's good. And that explains the air sign, that Aquarius, the water sign, the moon, the Cancer. Great. All right, good. Glad we did that because that clarifies that up. It's apparently not about the Sagittarius. So this is good. Good news coming. Magician. Or is the opposite true? The Sagittarius is fooling them too, and they got stuff to tell you. If it's about something nostalgic, they want to revisit something that made them happy. Maybe you had something with them, right? And they were feeling really happy, and now they're like, well, we had everything. We had all the tools to make everything. And we had this. We had this Ace of Cups, right? We had it all. Where did it go? With the retrogrades, Mercury retrograde still going on until August 1st, and it being in Cancer, I wouldn't be surprised. That could also be this too. The Magician is associated with Mercury, so that could also be the retrograde being like, listen, people are going to come talking about you. So if you're dealing with Aquarius, they might want to talk about like, hey, we had this. Where did it go? And you are working on trying to find things and get out of this stuck position, right? Which brings us to the Hanged Man. Let's clarify that. What do we need to know about the Hanged Man besides the obvious, which is, we're feeling stuck about this. Let's do these together actually, because this Sagittarius is, it's really bugging me. So let's talk about it. So let's see. Is this being stuck about the Sagittarius or what's going on? If you're in some sort of relationship with the Sagittarius, whether it be a friendship, work relationship, whatever, that's coming up. And if you're feeling stuck about that and confused and you feel betrayed by them, whew, that's really being highlighted here. Let's keep going. Alright, cards don't want to talk. Oh, there we go. Like I said, feeling stuck. Right? Because the fact of the matter is, you're feeling stuck, right? 5 of Pentacles. You feel like this relationship has been, you guys have been trudging through the snow trying to get to the Ace of Cups, right? That you guys maybe once had. And now we're here. But the fact of the matter is, to get out of this Ten of Swords energy, you have to leave it behind. By mid-Leo season, you realize that this confusion and this Ten of Swords, you can't do this anymore. You need to leave it behind, and it leaves you a little emotionally worn out, but you figure a way to get here, because once you let this go, opportunities open up, right? Sagittarius again. For the sake of it, let's just clarify a Ten of Swords. How do we get out of this Ten of Swords? Right? For those of you that need the reinforcement, because I know, no one wants to cut people off. And for some of you guys, especially during a Mercury retrograde in Cancer, no one wants to do that. So my recommendation is wait until the retrograde's over. Interesting, right? 10, 10, 10. The way out of this is to focus on what's going to bring you joy and happiness and work on that. 10, 10, 10. Alright. The World. It looks like some travel coming up for some of us, right? Toward the end of Leo season, end of August, or mid-August, I should say. So once the Sagittarius leaves, oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is interesting because the universe is like, I'm here, I'm going to show you, but what's it going to show you? There's some more lies. And if these lies have to do with yourself, like truly with yourself, they will expose that. And perhaps that's where this comes in. You need to get away to realize that the lies that you are feeding yourself, they're not true. Let's clarify. Let's clarify. Or perhaps the things that were bringing you joy, right, were a facade. They're not bringing you joy anymore. And you find new things with the world, right? Yeah. You find some new things. You upgrade. Good. Nine of Cups. Let's check them out. Things that you start to want start to come out. Oh, and quick disclaimer as well, I'm just shuffling these cards. Again, filming this during a Mercury retrograde, but I don't want to like wait any longer, you know, because I will be behind. Just take this with a grain of salt. I feel like it's pretty accurate, but in case I'm misreading, just take it with a grain of salt because we are in the retrograde. Four of Wands, good. So if you're celebrating and you want to celebrate things like that, that's looking really good right about now for you. Yeah, if you're looking at marriage and, you know, anything like that, getting engaged, weddings, just a reason to publicly celebrate though. Yeah, you want it, you got it. And you have the courage to do it. Leo season will give it to you. Good. Queen of Cups. Dealing with the end of Cancer season. Right? There might be some conflict with emotions, possibly, but you do overcome them, especially if it's dealing with anxiety. And once you're able to overcome those emotions by the end of the month and figure everything out that's been going on, you cut everything out, right? Look at this. Tremendous opportunities at the end of the month. Tremendous opportunities. A chance to start over. To leave things behind and plant new seeds. There you go. Welcome to Leo season. I will not be doing a Manifest Monday video today, guys, unfortunately. It is Monday. I'll probably be posting one tomorrow, which is Tuesday, so we'll be a little bit late. And then from here, we're going to start trickling in the videos, and we'll start moving in with those. We're going to start with Leo, and then go all the way through. New moon reading will be up probably this weekend. Stay tuned for that. Yeah. hopefully you like this new format better. If you don't, let me know. But I just think it's nice to see the cards though, and to, you know, be able to look at them and see what the hell I'm talking about. But always, as always, you know, I'm open to comments and feedback. And if you do like it though, just drop a like on the bottom of the video so I know. Otherwise, I will see you in Leo season. Bye.